Yo, what's up with it? It's your boy Noonie. It's Leo in the third house, and we back with another read.
Yo, what's up with it? It's your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the third house, back with another reading. This is going to be another pick a card reading. I'm going to be asking the question, who wants you to notice them? You know, like who's trying to get your attention? Who wants you to peep them? Pretty much. I might fix the title up, but pretty much that's going to be the premise of what we're asking. All right. As always, thanks to those people who be liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. Thank y'all. Hey, we're gonna be picking a winner. I'm gonna let my daughter pick a winner. I'm gonna pick three because there was a lot of comments, and I'll be like, so appreciative of y'all. You know what I mean? Just supporting me. Anyway, see my shirt is kind of wrinkly. I ain't feeling it too much, but I'm not gonna let my ego get in the way. So, 4 piles. All right. Without doing too much talking, pick your pile or piles, and I'm gonna get started over here with pile one. Oh shit. Let me just tell y'all, it's pile one, pile two, pile three, pile four. Alright. And I'm gonna get started over here with pile one. Boom. Pile one. So, pile one. Who wants you to notice them? Okay. So, probably a fire sign. Could be a Taurus, could be a Leo, could be a Sagittarius, could be an Aries, could be a Scorpio, could be an Aquarius. All right. These are the signs we got. So, this person might have control issues, and not necessarily in a bad way. Like kind of like it's not in a protective way. It's kind of like they want to succeed, because what I'm looking at is the actions they're going to probably take is probably make it known to you. Like they're going to basically like put themselves out there where you can't miss them, because they see that you have a lot of competition, or you have like a lot of competitors around you, or maybe you have a lot of suitors that are like pursuing you. All right, this is why. And they're seeing you as like a person who has like a lot of opportunities or new chances, new doorways. Like they feel as if you're expansive, or like you have something going on for yourself, because it's like a lot of spectators, there's a lot of people watching, because I'm looking at the world, and like and the way that everything else is kind of lined up, like all the eyes in the pictures are lined like in this area. So there's a lot of attention here on you. And we have judgment. So you're gonna be having to make a decision of some sort. And they don't want you to really ponder on it for too long. All right, now this could be, like I said, like I gave you the signs already, but this is a person who feels like your opinion matters to you. Like your opinion matters to them. All right, this is a person who has problems like surrendering to how the outcome of situation could be. They don't really want to go with the flow. They feel like it's too much going on right now, and they want to take action. They want to be in charge. This Aries energy. All right, they pretty much want to be in charge. All right, and so they're going to give you signals, because as I'm looking at judgment, I'm seeing like the flag, which is, and judgment also represents like a call to action, a call to decide whether to end a situation or to rebirth a situation, rectify it pretty much, and it's like a decision here, and they want to kind of like force your hand. All right. That is the person who wants you to kind of see things their way, with the solution here, as well as with this purification here, with this third eye chakra. It's just like them trying to find clarity. They're hoping, like I said, I kind of feel like they want to force your hand, because you have here and now in reverse. We have thinker in reverse, and we have TikTok in reverse. So this is all like an energy of a person being impatient, not able to like just stand and just chill. Like they don't want to just chill. So they're really like pushy, I don't really feel like too much arrogance. I just feel kind of like bullheaded. Like they're going to force their way. They want their way. You have surrender now in reverse. This was your first card out. So that lets me know that this person isn't going to chill. They're going to pretty much make it known, like, hey, this is what I want to do. You know what I mean? And this is a person who's they're normally happy-go-lucky as well, because we got happy here in the middle, right next to the Aries energy. So that like they like to have fun. They like to like, there's excitement is the feeling here. It's excitement. And I don't think that they have a problem with competing for your attention, because they're going to make it known. They're a person who pretty much makes it known. All right. It says, your advice here is, it says that project, that person, the idea is waiting. So maybe they're a person who comes in and, offers, offers solutions, offers, problem based, like the way they build a relationship with you might be like problem based, where they solve problems for you, or I forgot what that's called, but they pretty much come in and they like solve problems for you. It's a person who understands a lot of complexity, because this is air energy. So they have to understand a lot of different concepts, you know what I mean? But they're not really a person who really wants to go with the flow. They kind of want to take charge. They want to take action. They want this to work out in their favor. When I see Aries energy, even though it's not the tarot, I think of it as the emperor, kind of like a my way or the highway. But it's like, it's not at all costs, but it's like they're going to push forward, because for them, this has always worked, to always take initiative, to always take the first, the first leap, the first jump, so this is a person who's going to probably like get outside of their head and just kind of just make a move. Like they don't want to think. So that's the whole thing, because you got think in reverse. They don't want to think. They're just going to go off on impulse and on action. Now the solution for them, they're probably are in forms of this. Solution could have been they already decided what they're going to do. So they could be already like predetermined in their mind. Hey, you're mine. I'm coming after you. And it's kind of a control aspect, where they don't want to lose. So this probably, it could be almost at an all costs type of way, but they just don't want you to think on it for too long. They just kind of like want to press the buttons. They're going to move a little quicker than normal, and they're going to make themselves known for sure. All right. So, pile 1, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This is your boy Noonie, and this is Leo in the 3rd house. Boom, pile 2. So, pile 2. Who wants your attention? Oh. Or who's trying to get your attention, maybe? That's kind of how it feels. Because hummingbird spirit was the first thing that came out. Oh, wow. Ooh. All right, so. Alright, so the first card that came out was Hummingbird Spirit in Reverse, which is about being here, being now. But what I know about the hummingbird, right? The hummingbird has to represent with, in this deck, I think it has to do more so with going from petal to petal, from flower to flower. So this is a person who can't really like be present. In reverse, this is what it means. It's a person who goes from, flower to flower, or from person to person. They might deal with a lot of codependency issues, or they just have a lot of partners. Now, the signs we have are Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Pisces, Libra, Gemini, Taurus, Pisces, and Aries again. These are your signs. And that does sound like these people. All right, but anyway. So, this is what we're getting. This is a person who can be slightly romantic, right? But sometimes a bit over dramatic, because, for sure it's Leo energy, right? But this is a person who goes from partner to partner, or they don't really stay consistent with any one relationship. All right. This is also a person who could usually, okay, so we got orphan in reverse. So they could be either a person who does not like to be alone, but is usually alone. You get what I'm saying? Like they're a person who prefers to have company, but they're usually alone. You know what I mean? That's like the weirdness about it, because that's the vibe. It's the vibe is like they're alone, but they don't enjoy being alone. All right, or they're always around a crowd of people because they don't like being alone. You get what I mean? So it could be one or the other. Maybe they're always alone, but they don't like being alone, or they don't like being alone, but they're with a crowd of people. It's that energy. All right. So anyway, this is also a person who's probably a good communicator. Like the way that they speak is a way that they sometimes they're like charming, so they can definitely change your perspective on things, because door represents a way of thinking or communication. The way you communicate causes people to change their perspective. So this type of person that does that, they're very good at talking, because they're very good at networking, because you got 2 air signs here, which would be Libra, Gemini, and you have the Taurus energy. So this person is very good at communicating. They're a person that knows how to network and build up good relationships. They know how to build and acquire resources. They know how to build and just, get stability through working with other people. you know, or through just being with other people. Like they're always in good standing in relationships. All right, that's the type of person they are. But they're very good at like making people see their point of view. You know, very charming, very charismatic. All right. There's also a person who's very intuitive. Sometimes they're going to come off a bit paranoidy, you know, maybe a bit. This could also come off as a little judgy as well, right? But it's not super judgy. I mean, it could be considered super judgy, you know what I mean? But it's not super bad because they're able to work with other people, so it's not like they're really judgy. But the action that they're going to take is they're not going to take too much action. This is what they really want. They have like this feeling of like remembering good times. So they might want to try to come in, be very passionate and like express maybe they're going to come in with like childish energy, all right? Because the six of cups here with the Knight of Wands. Now we know what the Knight of Wands is. We know that's the player energy. That's the impulsive, comes in really fast, really passionate, salesman type of guy. But this is coming in with Emperor energy as well. So this is almost as if he's self-assured, you know. So he might come in kind of flighty, or she might come in kind of flighty, but they're going to come in like very self-assured and very determined, all right? And they're going to come in with the energy of like wanting to live out like maybe like a childhood fantasy or romanticize a situation, but they're not going to take it too serious, all right? Because we got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So they're not going to take it too serious. They're not going to put a lot of work in, but they are going to come off very self-assured, very balanced, and very harmonious. Like that's going to be the end. That's going to be the whole goal. It's going to be for them to be harmonious, and they're going to come in with this energy of expecting things to go well with this Three of Wands. All right, Three of Wands is about optimism, you know, expecting your ships to come in because you can already see them. So they're going to come in with the energy of like, hey, I've already kind of like put my eyes on you. Once I start communicating, I'm kind of sure that this is going to play out how I want it to play out. So they're going to come off like that. Like they're very assertive. This is something that they've probably already done or they always do. You know, they're a person that bounces from person to person to person. So you probably already know these people. And it's really funny that these signs came out because normally these are the signs that do this. And I find this to be so funny that the cards are coming out like this. So it's like, wow. Wow. But anyway, it says, fuck, shit is about to get real. So you might need to keep your eyes open because this is a person who always feels like there is never enough, or like that, like they've never had enough. You know, maybe one person isn't enough. Maybe one relationship isn't enough. You know, they're a person but they're very fortunate. You know, so they definitely get their marks. You know, they definitely do that. They get their marks. You know what I mean? But they're kind of like in the energy of not quite sure exactly what to do. They just know that if they can get a good conversation going, that they can make things work in their favor. That's their intent, you know, but they don't want to put like real physical work into it. You know, they kind of just want to come off as harmonious, being almost like shape-shifting almost because of that Pisces energy, which is balancing spirituality and practicality. It's kind of like they want to be, because it's also duality. So this is like they want to be what you expect them to be, all right? But this is a person who does attract a lot of good options, a lot of good opportunities, but they may either be alone or they're never alone. It's one of those things. It's something of that sort. They're alone or they're never alone, something similar to that, right? And this is a person who always, they're like, because you got sacral chakra here and heart chakra, so they could be very romantic, very sexual, all right? And they may be very enticing because I got all the signs of the attractive signs. And for me, the attractive signs are Taurus, Libra, Leo, and Scorpio, but I don't see Scorpio here. But those are like my attractive signs, all right? But so these placements here are there. You know, this is that's going on. So that's who this person is. But this is a person that, look, because even here it says every moment is a new opportunity. So this is a person who is definitely going to be a player, and they're really good at what they do. So be aware of that. They're very harmonious, very outgoing, you know, but like, because, you know, they're like a salesman. They're very smooth, charismatic, you know, and just charming, and the way they talk can change perspectives, you know, like it causes people to kind of reconsider themselves. And that's the type of person you're dealing with. But they're very good in relationships, very good at networking. You know, they know how to acquire resources through working with other people, you know, and they may have this energy of like expecting the best. They expect the best. They expect this outcome to play out how they want it to, you know, but they just may not put the practical work or the practical steps. They may not pay attention to the finer details of it. They just may come off very cocky, very self-assured, very warm and charming, you know. very easy to get along with is how they're going to come off, you know, and they could be psychic as well. It could be, or just intuitive of that sort. You know, they have great intuition because sleeper's here, and that's the psychic card, right? That's the moon and Pluto together, that strong psychic ability. All right, so that's who that person is. So let me go over the signs one more time. We got Libra, we got Gemini, we got Taurus, we got Pisces, we got Leo, we got Sagittarius, we got Aries. All right, so those are your signs. All right, pal, two. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the third house. Boom, pile 3. So, pile 3. Who wants you to notice them? Oh, okay. I can see this. And I can see this. Okay. I get it. Okay, so we ain't got as many cards here. This is good. Okay. All right, so you deal with, this is someone who has troubles with trust issues, all right? Because they have, the first card out is the miracles are endless. So this is a person who lives in a feeling of regret or feels like there may not be other opportunities. They probably live in the past, because I got the 5 of Pentacles and I got the 5 of Cups. So the 5 of Pentacles upright and the 5 of Cups upright. So this is a person who lives in regret, past, shame, guilt, abandonment. They have problems being alone, you know, or they just kind of like cry over spilled milk, situations that just didn't play out in the past, and they just still kind of hold on to it. So they're also a person who still juggles with their emotions and inconsistency in their feelings, you know, and they're also a person who isn't quite clear with their communication. It could be a person who you don't talk to, but I don't necessarily see this as a person from the past, unless this is a person from the past who's still kind of regretting on it. But anyway, this is all, yeah, it could be a person from the past. It could be, all right? It could be a person from the past, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. You know, this is just someone who's still like living in their past, you know, in a sense. They're still holding on to that feeling of like isolation and, you know, like regret and the things that didn't play out, and they're, you know, still kind of like shaming themselves, and then juggling between cutting this situation off and working on themselves and focusing on themselves, to, you know, still obsessing about wanting to work on past situations. So this is that type of person. This is where they are. Now, if this is someone from the past, what they're doing is obsessing about trying to work this situation back out, and they're undecided about whether they should communicate or not, or leave communication off, you know, because you got Temperance and the Knight of Swords in reverse. And the Knight of Swords can usually represent a challenge, either in communication or a challenge in the thought. And reverse, for me, it's a challenge in the way that they're thinking, or it's a challenge in communication. You know, maybe an idea that was brought up maybe didn't go as well as planned, you know, or it just wasn't as clearly expressed. And that's the energy here of them not like, because you have this as a person who needs to work through their fears, and yet they have set healthy boundaries. So they're learning how to set healthy boundaries. And see, cow spirit in reverse could also be about like a person who overeats or doesn't take into consideration the things that they're intaking into their body. You know, so did I give you the signs of who this could be? The signs that this person could be is a Scorpio, could be a Sagittarius, could be a Capricorn, and we got Capricorn again. So it could be that, or you could be one, could be you, could be two, could be, you know, it could be multiple signs of these people, because I see Capricorn twice, so it could be multiple signs. And then we have a lot of Pentacle energy. So they could just be a person who's kind of grounded, or who's focused on money, focused on materialism, because the devil could represent materialism. Could also be a person who's focused on, like, you know, lust, physical attraction, you know, but this is a person who doesn't handle conflict too well, or change, because we got this in reverse and we have conflict. So they're either going through a hard time or having a difficult time in terms of like working through their fears, you know, and they don't do well with change, because wedding right here also still deals with coming together for practical reasons, not necessarily for a happy or a love reason or a love reading. Like, love is not part of what's going on, but this person is currently currently processing deep emotions, because we got this working through their fear, you know. And so what's on their mind is probably sex, all right, because you got the devil and I have Scorpio energy here. So they could be just wanting to have sex of some sort, or they're just that feeling of like just kind of like wanting to possess you, you know, that you know what I mean. And or like, all right, so it's like either they want to let go or they want to possess you. It's just a feeling of obsession here. That's really all it is. It's a person who either maybe you set healthy boundaries with, or they are learning how to set healthy boundaries. You know, they're just kind of like undecided about this. This could be a person who focuses on their body as well. So maybe they have issues with overeating, and maybe they do a lot of gym or a lot of workout or a lot of speaking about their body. It's something of that sense, like something similar to that, right? But they're processing old feelings and emotions, because that's what it means when it says working through your fears, processing old feelings and emotions. And this is a person who's getting over a grudge. They're letting go of a grudge, all right? And they want you to notice them. You guys might have had some type of falling apart or some type of fallout, you know what I mean? Or if it's not you and them that had a fallout, it's them going through a situation that caused a lot of conflict in their life, and it caused a big change, and they're not quite ready for it, you know, and they don't know how to handle it. And so they're working through their emotional traumas or emotional fears right about now, but they're still obsessed about whether they should just kind of focus on themselves, you know what I mean, or whether they should try to get back into working it on with you, you know, with this Eight of Pentacles, wanting to put the work back in. You know, and so this is a person who's very worried right now. They feel like they don't have a choice. You know, they're worried about you having freedom. You know, and so maybe wedding is on their mind in a sense of like practicality or what they would consider to be doing the right thing. So this is a person from the past. They kind of want to come back, you know, because they feel like you're having your freedom, you're having fun, and they want to marry you as a way of us doing the right thing. Or this could be someone who's already married, you know, and they still want, you know, they still see you as being free, and they feel like they had no choice, like they were doing what the responsible thing was, but they still have this obsession, because the devil could also represent a third party, and they still may have this obsession with wanting to connect with you or rebuild this situation. All right. But this is a person who's still worried, and they're kind of like on the fence about, you know, because this I'm looking at this temperance, you know, which can sometimes mean, you know, emotion, like my heart and my mind aren't in the same place. And so they may be there with this, like where their feelings and their thoughts aren't quite aligned right now, because they're processing fears and they're processing old traumas and old grudges that they've been holding on, that aren't letting them get the clear or the understanding that they need right about now to communicate what they want or desire, or even what their clear thoughts are, like what their real intentions are, because swords in reverse for me can also mean unclear intentions. All right. And this is a person who's maybe feeling more sexually inspired, because, you know, I got that sexual energy here. It's more, you got sacral chakra here. We got Scorpio energy here. We got Capricorn, you know, the devil energy here. You know, we also got temperance in reverse, which is also like sometimes not being able to contain your emotions, your psychological and emotional are not in alignment. So where they might be considering this as love when it may just be lust. All right, so keep that in mind. You know, but this is really just a person who is just seeing you having your freedom, and they're processing these feelings because they're very worried about you doing this. You know, and they see you as like creating your life every day, as getting things going for yourself, you know, slowing down and listening to your own voice. They see you as listening to your own voice. And so this is a person who probably, yeah, you probably were the one that set a healthy boundary on this person. You know, and maybe that's what's teaching them how to set healthy boundaries as well. And maybe that's where they're working through their fears. But anyway, this person is, what's the advice? It says rebel. This is your advice, to rebel. So maybe this is someone you're married to, and maybe they're cheating. I don't know. But I just felt like that was a whole nother storyline that just came along here. Like shame and regret, resentment. That's almost like sleeping on a couch and deciding on whether to continue forward and try to, you know, patch the situation up, or just kind of like leave it as it is, because it's still wanting to work on it. But anyway, I'm not going to go too far into this, because that gave me a whole nother story that I ain't even ready for right about now, because I could care less at this moment. That just seemed like a whole lot. There's just boundaries that needed to be worked on, and that's who this person is, okay? So one more time with the signs. We got Scorpio, we got Sagittarius, we got Capricorn, and we have Capricorn again. All right, so pile 3, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Unity. Boom, pile 4. So pile 4, who wants you to notice them? Okay, so off the top, I'm seeing this is okay. Yep. Okay, so this could be a Aries, Leo, Could be a Taurus, could be a Scorpio, could be an Aquarius, could be a Cancer. And we got Leo again, could be a Gemini, could be a Virgo. These are the signs I got, right? So, what I'm getting is this. This is a person who is probably having a lucky spurt, having a good run, because we have now is a lucky time. But this is also a person who's very powerful or has a very they have a strong overlook. Like they're over top of a lot of people, but they do not act like it. You know what I mean? So they're a person who has a lot of power, a lot of status, but they do not act that way. They don't want to be seen that way. They kind of want to be seen as like regular people. So this could be like a celebrity, or this could be someone who has like status, like, you know, they have status, they have power, you know, they have authority. People respect them, right? But they don't act like it. They don't want to act like that type of person. You know what I mean? Because you also have the Magician and reverse. You know, so this is a person who may not be so compromising, and it could be slightly manipulative, but they're good with their words and they're good with their thoughts, you know, but they're also a person who maybe tries to control situation as well, you know, and in a way to like, because the Magician in reverse can always be about, it doesn't always mean it, but it can be about not using your tools or your gifts in the correct way. And it can sometimes mean to be in like a selfish manner, you know, and usually when we do that, it's in a way to get control of a relationship. This is the Two of Cups. This was in reverse. So it's like an intent, because they don't want to compromise. That Two of Cups in reverse is usually about not wanting to compromise, not wanting to evenly share or express emotions, you know, or just not sharing the same emotional sentiments. All right. Now this person, they have a vision, because I got two cards of visionary. We got hold your vision, which makes them a very stubborn type of person. You know what I mean? But they are like almost like so it's like a happy-go-lucky. Oh, okay. Okay, so you know what? This is stubborn energy. Hold your vision is stubborn energy because it's a fixed moon. So this could be their moon sign. Their moon sign could be in Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, or Scorpio. So their moon could be in that, right? Doesn't necessarily have to be. Then we have Cancer and Leo energy here again. And so in this placement, though, it has the Sun and Neptune, which adds into energy of being a visionary and sharing your expansive thoughts and your expansive gifts, you know, with the energy of like happiness and like an energy of like pride and self-respect. But it's in term of an endearment as well, because you got Cancer and Scorpio, Cancer and Leo together. All right, so this is a person who's like a blunt speaker. They're very truthful. They kind of wear their heart on their sleeve, because I'm looking at this shirt. I'm looking at this owl with the windows open. So they're a person who wears their heart on their sleeve. Like they allow you to like know them. They could get pretty emotional, or get kind of you know, if not like emotional, like in terms of like crying, but they could get like very passionate, you know, and it feels like you can almost see who they really are. You know, it's like almost like they're not really hiding anything. And I think that might be part of the tools. Like they may try to manipulate a reconciliation, you know what I mean, which is the Four of Wands right here. They could want to manifest a reconciliation with you. They just may do it in a manipulative type of way, where because it says figure your own shit out. That's your advice. Like you need to figure it out. So I'm getting that you probably need to trust in your intuition in this manner, because look, we also have the third eye chakra here, right, which also has to represent with clarity and seeing things clearly and trusting in your own emotional feelings and emotional well-being to basically decipher whatever messages or whatever communication comes in. So this could be what you need to be doing. But this is a person who's going to be truthful. You know, they could come off kind of blunt, because, you know, with this fixed moon is kind of you know, a fixed moon is kind of hard to sway. So this would be like, I'm going to tell you the truth, whether you know, it's what you want to hear or not. But they're a very powerful person. They just don't want to be seen as that. They want to be seen more as like a happy-go-lucky, you know, because this is a rabbit spirit, you know, and this is more about they want to frolic. They just want to have fun. They want to, you know, they want to let their hair down, you know, and they want to create a situation here with you, like maybe a reconciliation, or they want to just come in together, because the Four of Wands could be like a celebration coming together, you know, a level of abundance, or putting down roots as well, building stability as well. You know, so that's because you got Four of Coins here as well, which could be about possessiveness, you know, which could also be about, you know, a surety, like kind of like forecasting in a sense. But this is also about like wanting to build like some type of stability here, like wanting to hold you, wanting to nest you. You know, they want to get you in here, but I feel like they're going to probably do it in like a manipulative way, you know, maybe with the communication, you know, but they are a happy-go-lucky type of person. So they may not really like tell you what their grand scheme or grand vision is for the relationship. They may come in with this energy of you know, maybe I don't share the feelings that you do. Like that might be the manipulation, that they have feelings deeper than what they're expressing. That might be it. And you may need to pay attention with your intuition and pick up and decipher what they're really saying. All right, because they really want to hold on to you. You know, they see stability here, you know, and they want to nurture this situation. They want a reconciliation, or they want to lay down roots and make stability here. All right, but they're not going to make it all the way known, but they are a truthful person. So just understand that. That's going to be the manipulation. They're going to tell you the truth outside of that, but they won't tell you what their grand scheme of this all is. So pay attention to that, okay? So, Pile 4, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This is your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the third house.